If you're tired of feeling like life is running you instead of the other way around, these lessons changed my life and they could change yours too. So a few years ago, I was juggling success, responsibilities, and relationships, but inside I felt empty, out of balance, and disconnected from who I actually was. I thought that the answer was doing more, but what I really needed was a whole new way of seeing and living life. And so here are the lessons that I think can absolutely change your life. Number one, sometimes you have to slow down to speed up. For years, I thought that success meant working harder and moving faster, but eventually I burned out. I realized that constantly operating in overdrive was counterproductive. When I finally started incorporating breath work and mindfulness, I learned the value of slowing down. Taking time to pause and reset not only reduced my stress, but it also helped me make clearer, more deliberate decisions. I began setting aside 10 minutes every morning to sit quietly and focus on my breath. At first, it felt counterintuitive, like I was wasting time, like I had somewhere to be. But over time, those 10 minutes became the foundation for more productive and focused days. So you could try this. For 1 week, just take 5 minutes each morning to breathe deeply, move slowly, reflect on how you want your day to feel, and notice the difference in your energy and focus. The second lesson, align with your true self. I was 100% living by other people's expectations. I was checking off achievements that really didn't actually fulfill me. And it wasn't until I asked myself, what do I really want, that I began aligning my life with my authentic desires. This shift required me to let go of societal shoulds and embrace what felt meaningful to me. I stopped saying yes to events or commitments that drained me, and instead I started prioritizing activities that lit me up, that always felt like a yes. I started practicing yoga and going to moon circles and creating space for more creativity. This shift didn't just make me happier, it made me more intentional. And so you could ask yourself, what would your ideal day look like if I were to live fully aligned with my values? And then I want you to write it down and start incorporating just one small change into your life this week. Third lesson is balance is all about boundaries. I used to think that balance meant squeezing in more into my schedule. Like I need to fit in yoga and fit in family and friends and work all at once. But balance isn't about doing more. It's about setting boundaries that honor your energy and your priorities. Of course, learning to say no was hard, but it actually transformed how I felt. One of the first boundaries that I set was carving out 2 evenings a week for just me time and being okay with spending time alone. At first, I felt guilty for turning down invitations or pushing back work meetings, but soon I realized that saying no to others was saying yes to myself, and it ended up making me feel more present when I was with others. And so this week, maybe identify one area where you feel overcommitted, and this week, say no. Say no to something that doesn't align with your priorities and just see how it feels. It's going to feel a little itchy, but you can do it. The fourth lesson, stop dimming your light. I spent so many years shrinking myself to fit in, afraid that shining too brightly was going to make others feel uncomfortable. But then I realized that dimming my light didn't serve anyone, least of all myself. When I started owning my power, like truly stepping into what I was capable of, I actually inspired others to do the same. I stopped apologizing for my successes and started celebrating them. Instead of downplaying a big win, I started to share my excitement with those that are close to me. And then I found that it strengthened my connections rather than alienating them. And so the next time you achieve something big or small, I want you to celebrate it unapologetically. Write down 3 things that you're proud of this week and share it with somebody you trust. And if there's anybody in your circle who you're hesitant to share these wins with, that's really a lesson in discernment in who you get to spend your time with. And lesson 5, commit to self-compassion. I used to beat myself up for every single mistake or shortcoming, but then I learned that self-compassion is actually the foundation for lasting change. When I treated myself with the same kindness that I'd offer a friend, I found it easier to bounce back, easier to stay consistent, and way more likely to make progress. Instead of spiraling into guilt when I missed a workout or made a mistake, I would remind myself, this doesn't define me. Tomorrow is a new day, and I can start again. And this mindset shift was a game changer for my confidence, consistency, and resilience. The next time that you catch yourself being critical, I want you to pause and reframe it. And just ask very simply, like, would you say this to your friend in the same situation? These lessons have taught me that a fulfilled life isn't about doing more. It's about living deliberately. And if you're ready to slow down, reconnect with yourself, and create more balance and joy, you do not have to do it alone. If any of this resonates with you, I'd love to help. Put it down in the comments what you're trying to achieve, what you want more out of life with. And also, how are you going to take these lessons, or at least one of these lessons, into your own life and start to thrive? If you like this video, please like, subscribe, share. If you haven't already done so, I'd be so grateful. And until next time, breathe it in, be deliberate, and please be good to yourself.